Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In this video, we're going to take a look at both charts, Bitcoin and Cardano. We can see today is a little bit of a mixed day. You know, after some cryptos did really well yesterday, together it seems like it's rather mixed. There are some which are going down a little. There are some that are going up a little. So there isn't really anything too noteworthy here in the top 10. A little bit of further sideways movement. Also, Bitcoin didn't really move a lot. And what I wanted to point your attention towards is the Fear and Greed Index. That has gone up in the last few days. I think we were temporarily down at 11 in extreme fear. We have now moved back into the fear range and we're now at 28. I think yesterday it was 26. So it's going up a little bit day by day and the optimism is increasing again. The sentiment is shifting a little bit, but this doesn't necessarily mean it's over yet. As you can see here, back in 2018, we also had a series of ups and downs on the Fear and Greed Index. And it doesn't mean just because going up now that the downtrend is necessarily over. Bitcoin, really hard to watch, really a bit painful to watch. Continues to move here in this range. Yeah, it moves in this ascending, broadening wedge that we defined. I think it adheres to the channel quite well. I think we could even narrow it down a little bit now that we see where the price is actually finding support. So this was just looking at this was probably just a fake out, because we've got, if we narrow it down, we've got more touch points here. You know, we've got one touch point and then a series of touch points there. But again, that is fairly subjective how to draw that. Could even do it like that, for example. So yeah, it depends. You know, we can leave it like that and then just see if the price continues to adhere to it. But what is most important is if we do it like that, it means that the price really can't move a lot anymore, and it's not doing it at the moment. It's just moving sideways pretty much like since nearly 12 hours. Yeah, it's just moving here sideways. No, sorry, not 12, pretty much 24 hours or longer. It's just moving sideways, not really moving. It tried to push here through the 39k yesterday, but eventually did fail. But it pushed a bit higher. You know, we made a higher high, even though it was only a short one. And now the price is getting really squeezed here in this apex. You could even see this as an ascending triangle. You know, you've got your ascending trend line here. Horizontal resistance, that is the minimum level that a wave 4 retracement needs to do. We've already reached that. That might be why it's also so difficult for the price to really push through here. And if we get through here, I think the first level that we're going to see is here, this red line, the 40.6k, and then we could get to 43.3, which is the top of this resistance level. And that's what I'm currently looking out for. Further price increases doesn't need to mean that it's now breaking out, you know, or today. It could also, as I said before, do something like this again, moving down first, making maybe another higher low before it then goes up again and gives it a final go. So it's a wave 4. It can take a while. It is boring. It goes up and down, and that's what a wave 4 does. That's what happened here in this wave 4 as well. And that's what happened in this wave 4. So it's just patience, you know. But the message here, you know, we are really getting close. If we stay in this pattern, we're getting very close to a decision point. You can see that here. So at some point today, we actually need to see here a decision, unless the price doesn't adhere anymore to this pattern or to this trend line. But it's looking like at the moment it does. We can't really move a lot anymore, right? So there is a limited space available. Yeah, so my view is it should really push up. If not now, then at some point later, we want to get to this key level at 43.3. That's the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level, and that is the most relevant level for a wave 4 retracement. But again, doesn't need to get there. I would give it maybe a 75% probability that it gets there before it gets to do its final correction down. That's so much on Bitcoin. And then Cardano did break out yesterday out of this pattern here, but this triangle pattern here, a similar triangle pattern we saw on Solana. Cardano did break out, but we don't have volume. That's the difference here. That is why it's moving up so slow at the moment. I mean, we're moving up. I think it was here down here at nearly $1 again. Yeah, so within 1 or 2 days, we've moved up to nearly $1.10, where Cardano then found resistance and is now moving down a little bit. And it probably found resistance because on the 1 hour chart, it was overbought. But the good news is it did break to the upside, so could slowly start a potential recovery. There is potential that it now moves up, maybe in the first instance to the 20-day moving average. That is at $1.18 at the moment. The 50-day moving average is sitting at $1.25. And the top of that channel, if I move out or zoom out, the top of that channel, you can see that the resistance level is currently, if it was happening today, if it was trying to break it today, is currently sitting at around 145. Now that is obviously going down every day. And at the moment, it seems like that Cardano is really adhering to that channel. Most of the time, however, it didn't even get to the top. Only here on the 17th of January it did. For now, nothing too exciting here on the chart. Pretty much still sideways movement. I think it's waiting again for Bitcoin to make a move. And it hopefully moves when Bitcoin does move. But again, until we really maybe make another higher high here, for example, move over $1.64, I wouldn't want to start talking about a potential breakout to the upside. You know, we need to do that at the minimum. Otherwise, the risk that we drop here below 92 cents remains really, really high. So I would want to see Cardano in the first instance break here these moving averages, then the channel, and then it needs to make a higher high. Otherwise, we cannot talk about a potential completion of the correction here. And ADABTC as well. Looking at ADABTC, you might remember we had here on the ADABTC chart this downtrend that did slow down. We then started to move up here, and very lately it did drop below this ascending trend line briefly, but it has reclaimed that now and is now back above this ascending triangle. I think ascending trend line. That is very important because this here was a strong indication that we're going to see a turnaround here on ADABTC with a strong downtrend first, a weaker downtrend then, and a weak uptrend now, and hopefully in the next step a strong uptrend that can help Cardano to outperform Bitcoin. So that's my view here on Cardano and Bitcoin at the moment. I'll keep you updated about any development. At the moment, unfortunately, just moving sideways, but it's getting closer to a breakout point, really coiling up Bitcoin at least, and Cardano should move with it. And we can see that Cardano is generally moving with it at the moment here on this chart. Yeah, it is moving sideways. Cardano is even moving a little bit stronger than Bitcoin, generally as per this chart, because it's following an ascending trend line compared to Bitcoin. So we could really see a decision here what Bitcoin is doing in the next 24 hours. So keep an eye on the chart, hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.